All right, man. So y'all know that LeBron talked about athletes not wanting to be the face of the NBA, and it caused a lot of controversy. I read an article on fadeawayworld.net. Kendrick Perkins responded, but first, I'm going to give the audio of what LeBron had to say, and then Kendrick had to say, and then I'll come back with my thoughts, fair use.
Fry said it the other day too. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't know. Why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis, everybody.
I mean, look, Michael Jordan went through it, right? Michael Jordan, when he was dealing with the death of his daddy, did you see all the newspaper articles that were out about him, the stories that were out? When he was playing against the New York Knicks, did you see the gambling stories that was out? We didn't have social media, but he went through it. Kobe Bryant had his share of times that he went through it. I mean, look, I get what LeBron is saying. My only problem with LeBron saying this is that put an address on it. Put an address on it. Don't just leave it broad. Say who you speaking to.
So as you can see, LeBron pretty much was saying that why would Anthony Edwards not want to be facing the NBA, because pretty much they just shit on the NBA players, right? And Kendrick Perkins was saying that his only issue with LeBron is putting a name on it. And Kendrick says, because the media, at least people at ESPN, they give LeBron all this adulation. Well, Kendrick Perkins also says, Jordan went through it, Kobe went through it. It wasn't just peaches and cream for them. So let me break it down. My first thoughts what LeBron had to say. This is the thing, right? And I understand that money isn't everything, but you guys are making so much money that this is one of the things that come with it. You want to know why NBA players is making $80,000 a year? Because they didn't have the attention. They didn't have all of that. We don't see you guys taking pay cuts and saying, "No, man, just let me make $5 million a year. That way I can stay in the cut." No, Ant-Man want to make $70-80 million a year, and all these other Gen Z players. Well, that's one of the things that comes with it. The NBA is basically saying, okay, we're going to pay you $80 million a year. You're going to be the face. Just like Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes made $80 million on the field, off the field, but then he's the face of the NFL. If he walks down the street, most people's going to recognize him. And the good and the bad and the ugly came with that. Yes, was it draining on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant? Absolutely. I'm not saying that. But also look at the perks that come with it. And let me say this about what Kendrick, to piggyback a little bit more, what he was saying. Listen, man, whenever you want to be a great person, there's controversy that's going to come with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Michael Jordan, you remember Sam Smith's book, The Jordan Rules? The whole gambling situation, like Kendrick Perkins said, when his dad passed away, I remember my pops was telling me that, the mob allegedly deleted Michael Jordan daddy over a gambling debt. You remember that? Even his sudden retirement. There's rumors out there that David Stern quietly asked him to go away for a couple of years. And I kind of believe that. Kobe Bryant, the man literally, even Carmelo said that. He had a court case for when he was accused of grape, and then he flew in and played against the Denver Nuggets. Kobe Bryant honestly might have had the most scrutiny out of anybody. Because I remember, I seen Kobe Bryant's whole career. I remember before this whole case, he was being compared to Michael Jordan. Then when he caught the case, people kind of turned on him, but he just kept focusing, and he grinded and just kept focusing on the goal. Ended up winning back-to-back titles. Damn near could have three-peated again. But those are the things that come with it. Even outside of basketball, Ali was the face of boxing. Do you know what that man went through? He basically had to get his heavyweight title stripped from him because he didn't want to go fight in the war in Vietnam. And he said the Vietnamese ain't got nothing to do with me. In 1967, he was convicted and given 5-year prison sentence. Now, it was eventually overturned, but those type of things happen. And when you're the face, it's going to be magnified. Honestly. And LeBron, another thing that he said, I didn't ask to be the face of the NBA. Dude, you had a tattoo. You called yourself the chosen one. You crowned yourself King James. And even in the first Nike commercial, because all of this is on YouTube, if you look on the first Nike commercial, you see LeBron basically being crowned. You know, rest in peace, Bernie Mac, he was in there. And he took a $90 million endorsement from Nike. You don't think he was going to be the face? Oh, man, I didn't ask to be the face. Well, you could have turned that deal down. You could have told Nike, no, man, just give me $1 million a year, man. I don't want all that hype. I just want to play ball. But honestly, us millennials, a lot of us, some like with me, I don't mind the criticism that y'all get. Some people say I'm terrible. Some people like me. I don't care. I just drop content. But these players, man, a lot of them are so sensitive and they're used to being praised so much that the minute you critique them, they're hating. I mean, they're saying that we're hating. He's talking about a lot of us, honestly. He is. He's talking about the independent YouTubers because most of the time, the corporate media, they wouldn't dare say anything bad about him because, you know, they want to be in his good graces and Rich Paul's good graces and they want to do interviews and, you know, documentaries and all of that versus me. You know, I'm a regular person like y'all, regular job and everything. I don't care. I don't care if I don't interview a clutch player. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest about my opinion. But people got to understand, man, that this is something that's going to come with it. NBA, NFL, boxing, whenever you're making an enormous amount of money, you're going to be the face or one of the faces. You know what I'm saying? And the good, the bad, the ugly going to come out. Now, I personally don't really care about what people do off the court, man. That's their business. Off the field, you know, even though I mostly talk about boxing, you don't really hear me talk about what Gervonta Tank Davis does outside the ring and all of that, because, you know, I try to keep it just strictly to their sport. So I do see that some people can be too evasive. Like, I know YouTube channels that only talk about what LeBron and them do off the court. You know, the more gossipy channels. But whatever you do on the court, that's fair game. And guess what? You don't have to listen to it. I just recently found out that Kendrick Lamar don't even have a cell phone. You don't have to listen to the criticism that comes with this. But, you know, it's too much sensitivity, man. And it just goes to show you how soft of a world that we have become. Michael Jordan could handle it. He came, you know, unfortunately, that generation was like the last of the, it is what it is, I'm going to hoop, I don't care what you say. But our generation, man, a lot of millennials and Gen Zers, and like they want to be liked and praised by everybody. And if 1 million people say something good and 3 people critique you, it's the end of the world. And let me say this as well, right? I think LeBron, honestly, I think he doesn't like the fact that people are so mad that what he did with Bronny. And don't get me wrong. If Bronny earned it, cool. But everybody know that this should be Bronny's second year in college. And if he would have been put up the numbers like he is in the G League, Bronny would probably be a lottery pick. You know what I'm saying? We would have a totally different conversation. I think that was the final blow. I mean, the man went to Miami and he bounced back and forth between teams, which I don't have a real problem with that. But a lot of people haven't forgot that stuff, and the NBA kind of changed, and you know, it's just, you know, he's always been a flopper, and it's a lot. But I think the icing on the cake was with LeBron, and then, you know, you hear these rumors about Bryce, which I really don't think is going to happen. But, you know, allegedly Bryce is going to be in the NBA. Everybody knows LeBron's the co-general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, it's just, you know, he's constantly changing out stars. Now they switched out Anthony Davis for a new Hall of Famer, and it's like, you know, the guy didn't play with way more Hall of Famers than Michael Jordan could even imagine. And people gotta understand, people are just fed up, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is my personal opinion why it's time for LeBron to retire, because, you know, when you stay in something too long, people look at your flaws. But honestly, man, these players, they got to grow up. If you want to fly on private jets and you want to have Bentleys and go to Met Galas and have Ferraris and you want to wear Dior, and y'all got all these Instagrams and YouTube channels, and you want to be on these Netflix documentaries like Ant-Man is and LeBron them is, then you got to understand the criticism that's going to come with it. If you don't like it, retire. Nobody's making you guys do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's holding you against your will saying if you don't go out there and play in the NBA, it's going to be some problems. You know, all of y'all have no problem signing those max extensions. I'm over here getting tongue-tied. But I just want to get my quick thoughts about it, man. You know, like Kendrick Perkins said, just say it, man. Just say a name. You know what I'm saying? Because we know you're not talking about independent media. I mean, corporate media. You're talking about the mom and pops like us, mom and pop channels. But yeah, let me know what y'all think.